yourself out there on the golf course. This first set of lessons is just going to talk about the basics of our new Evo swing system. To start your swing, press and hold the swing input button to expand the swing power ring. Release the button when that power ring is the same size as the white ring. That's your power target. Then press the swing input button when the meter reaches the sweet spot of the swing path target window at the bottom of the meter. That's how we do it. For this step, repeat the same backswing from the previous step, but this time press and hold the swing input button when the meter reaches the white section of the contact target window, which is the top of the circle. Then release the button when it reaches the rhythm target, also known as that small white ring inside the circle. Okay, that was pretty good, but I think we'll get it on the next one. Not quite. We'll try this one again. All right, let's reload. Try this again. Well, that's all right. We got time. We'll try it again. Great work on this lesson. Now we're going to talk about side hill lies. When your ball is above your feet as a right-handed golfer like it is here, you're going to need to aim a little bit to the right to compensate, as this type of lie will naturally cause your ball to launch to the left of where you're aiming. The opposite is also true. When the ball's below your feet, it's going to go naturally to the right. To complete this lesson, aim a little bit to the right of your target and try to hit that target area up there on the green. And notice how the ball launches from this. And look at you, following directions like an absolute pro. All right, now in this lesson, we want to hit a draw to curl your shot into the target zone. Press and hold the shot shaping button to access shot shaping mode. Move the aim stick to the right, and this is going to turn your shot shape into the draw shape. You'll see the swing input meter change as a result to tell you how to swing for this new shot type. Nicely done. That's going to work. And just like that, we're done with our swing. For this next lesson, we're going to learn how to dial in your approach shots to help you get as close as you can to that pin before you start putting. In this situation, we have to deal with a headwind. The wind is blowing right at our face. That means we need to compensate by choosing a club that will allow us to cover more distance. Now use the club selection button to choose a new club that will give you more distance. Try to penetrate that wind and get that ball within the target area. And just one extra tip for your information, the higher you hit the ball, the more the wind will affect it. So keep that in mind when you're out on the course. All right, we're getting there. Let's try this again. Good effort. We're going to try this one again, though. There we go. Looks like you know what you're doing here. Now in this situation, the wind is blowing from left to right. We have a crosswind to deal with. This means we have to aim a little bit to the left to compensate. Once you've aimed your shot, you can use the wind to carry the approach shot back towards the pin and stick it close. See if you can get it into that target zone. Almost there. I know you can do it. Let's give it another try. And making progress, but we're going to try this again. And look at you. That's what we want. Well done. Now we have to deal with the rough. This is where you do not want to be, but let's face it, we all end up here, so it's best to know how to deal with it. The deeper your ball sits in the rough, the less distance you're going to be able to get on the shots. Now let's choose a club that will compensate for that loss of distance here and knock this close into that target area. Great stuff. That's what I'm looking for. Sometimes you're going to end up with a shot that is impacted by the trees. Luckily, we can use shot shaping to get around a lot of these situations. Let's use a fade to get around this tree, so aim to the left. Good stuff. Well done on this lesson. Now you've got a few extra tools to get those approach shots close. The short game is the most important part of your game to practice, so this lesson's going to get you familiar with how to play shots on and around the green. Being able to chip well around the green can be a real scorecard saver. It's very important to choose a good landing spot for your chip so that you give it enough distance to roll into your... Well done. That is how we do it. The bump and run shot is meant to get that ball on the green and rolling as soon as possible. Really, you just want to bump this ball over the rough here and let the contours of the green do the rest. Now see if you can get this chip close. Great work. That's what you want. To get this up and out of this greenside bunker, we will be using the splash shot. As with chipping, you need to pick the right spot on this green to land the ball so that you have enough room to roll out and get it close to the pin. Now dial this one in and see if you can get it in that target area on the green. All right, that'll do for this lesson. Sometimes you want to get that ball high up in the air and land it softly without a lot of roll, and that is when you need the flop shot. This is great for avoiding any trouble that might be in front of you leading up to the hole, but it can be tricky to execute with precision. Fantastic work on this lesson. And just like putting in PGA Tour 2K25 has more depth than ever before, so this set of lessons will get you primed up to use that putter on and around the greens. When you have a downhill putt, you don't need to hit it as hard as you normally would. So it's important to dial in the right amount of power on this putt. Now, great work there. That was well done. For uphill putts, you need to aim past the hole to give the putt enough juice to get there. Putts also tend to break a little bit less when you're hitting uphill. Now, take the break and the slope into account and try to sink this uphill putt. Boom, there we go. That's what we want. Sometimes when you're on the green, you're so far away, you just want to set yourself up for a nice, safe two-putt. We call these lag putts when you're just trying to get it up there close. Now, pretend the hole's like 4 or 5 feet wide and just try to get it inside of that area. Great work. Sometimes maybe you don't want to take a chance landing the ball on a tricky green, or maybe you just want to be part of the cool kids club and take the putter out when you're on the fairway. Doesn't matter. Both reasons are equally valid. Now, see if you can use the contours of the course to get this long putt close to the hole. Great work. That's what we want to see. And that will